Weird things happen in the world of gaming every single month, and May is absolutely not an exception to that. That's why today gameranx brings you 10 weird gaming stories of May that actually happened. Number 10, specifically Windows 10, the operating system has become sentient. Now I know that nagging upgrade window is not a new thing. You've probably seen it at this point if you use Microsoft Windows, but it's extended itself to pretty amazing heights. The co-founder of a Dutch independent game studio by the name of Vlambeer was trying to check out of a hotel when the hotel room's computer made the spontaneous decision that now is the time to upgrade to Windows 10. The checkout computer basically pulled an "oh my god, let's go swimming" on him. Except for instead of water, it dove drunkenly into upgrading to Windows 10. Now that's obviously related to gamers, as that person was a game developer, but I'm guessing that's happened in the middle of at least a few gaming sessions. If you've been affected by that, let us know in the comments. I'm just interested to find out how many. It's not just gamers though, it's also weather people. Apparently the Midwest is in for record amounts of Windows 10 this spring. Number 9, speaking of something that pops up more than once, wow Falcon, that was a pretty forced segue, wasn't it? A clip that YouTube user Switched uploaded in 2009 of the NES game Double Dribble that featured him continually exploiting a bug in the game was used by the Fox TV show Family Guy. Now that itself isn't really a huge problem, as they added commentary to it and therefore it was derivative art, which given fair use laws I don't really think is that big of a deal. However, they did DMCA the original clip, which if you're unfamiliar means they had it taken down. Now we could do a really big segment on how fair use works, but there's more than a few lawsuits about that going on right now. What really matters is that takedownabuse.org, which is an organization that is working to end large companies' abuse of DMCA laws, featured the story in a petition and Fox restored the video. Still, it's bullshit that they have the power to do that, and it shouldn't be a decision made by Fox to bring the content back. Number 8, a 25-year-old Metal Gear Solid fan was in a terrible accident and lost an arm and a leg while he was dragged between two train cars. He answered an advertisement looking for a gamer who was also an amputee. The ad resulted in him getting a bionic arm from Konami. A lot of places are reporting that it's very much like Snake's arm from Metal Gear Solid, but it's a lot more sophisticated. And he continues to do work on it. It's got LEDs, USB chargers, it can pilot a drone. It's actually pretty intense. They've actually done a documentary that you can see if you're in the UK by going to BBC 3 called Body Hack Metal Gear Man that sums itself up as following him as he tries to regain control of his body after a terrible accident. Number 7, a World of Warcraft movie is happening in China as well as in Hollywood. The Hollywood one is official and the Chinese one is, well, we don't really know. The name of the Chinese World of Warcraft movie is My WoW, which is a joke in itself. I don't even know what to say about that. That's terrible. They didn't give away much of the film's plot, which we can safely assume probably is stupid. And the tagline of the movie translates to, a man gets transported to a fantasy world of Warcraft where the impossible occurs. A fantasy world of Warcraft. Obviously, if it had said the fantasy world of Warcraft, we would know that we were dealing with something that was at least trying to be official, but it's probably a, well, ripoff. Number 6, in May we found out the PlayStation was not the first console that Sony was working on. It's just the first one they released. Now, as you know, the PlayStation was kind of the fruit of the labor between Nintendo, which Nintendo pulled out of, and Sony was like, fine, we'll take all the glory, cool, and made the PlayStation out of it. This 1970s prototype actually had you pressing buttons on the console itself. It also had a wheel on the side, which we have to assume was for scrolling or selecting stuff. And since this started circulating the internet, I've seen a couple of people say that it looks like a Daft Punk helmet or some kind of very retro futuristic technology, and I have to agree. It is really cool looking. Although I have to wonder if the games would have been very good with the 3 or 4 button and scroll wheel control method that it had. If they had followed through on it, that probably would have been the final control method. Number 5, Nintendo has been issuing copyright claims on Mario-themed Minecraft videos. Now, that doesn't mean stuff on the PC. We're talking about an officially released Super Mario mashup pack for the Wii U version of Minecraft, meaning something approved by Nintendo. Now, apparently the thing that's triggering these copyright claims is some music that's actually from Super Mario 64 and included in the mashup pack, but it's something that the developer was assured by Nintendo would not happen. It's another scary reminder that everybody uploading video footage of games until it's resolved in a much more final manner. Pretty much whether your videos stay up is basically on the whim of the people who make the games themselves. The thing I find weird about that is video game footage is essentially you. It's most certainly made up of art assets by them, but are they going to issue takedown requests for the Vans shoes that they teamed up with the company to make? If you wear them in a video, are they going to be like, well, that contains assets created by us? I'm sorry, but that really isn't how it should be. Number 4, a game called Bagra rewarded its top player with a cow. Like a real cow, like a cow that is alive. The word Bagra in Arabic translates to cow, which makes the top player prize of a cow make at least a little bit of sense. That being said, it's a weird game. You essentially position UFOs above a herd of grazing cattle, and apparently this guy did it the best, and he got a cow. Now I know you're probably like, oh, I missed out on the cow. No, they're planning on giving away another cow. Oh yes, fire that Bagra app up. Number 3, the Windows 10 anniversary update is coming to the Xbox One. That's right, don't try to check out of your hotel with the Xbox One, it's not gonna work. But there are plenty of people with a preview of this right now, and a lot of them are able to do things that they really probably aren't gonna be permitted to do later. But check this out. Somebody has gotten DOSBox working and has booted Windows 95 on the Xbox One. YouTube user VCFan, who is continuing to work on it, is currently running it fully in software emulation, so it's a little bit slow. He's trying to port the feature from DOSBox's faster dynamic mode, where the hardware actually handles a lot more of what's going on, but it's crashing a lot in the 64-bit Windows 10 interface. Let's just hope he figures it out, and we all get to do this, because I would love to run all of my emulator shit on my Xbox One, because that means I don't need to hook up all my old game consoles ever again. Because believe me, it is a labor of love, but it is a labor to continually be switching that shit behind my TV. Number 2, a bunch of players got to play Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, specifically the multiplayer, which cool, great, wonderful, how impressive for you. And they all shared some really suspiciously similar tweets. A bunch of Twitter users, Matt Morello, Solid the Goat, T1FPS, all shared the same tweet. I got to play Infinite Warfare MP last week. Wish I could say more, but I love the way it felt. Infinity Ward, thanks for the heart emoji. Sounds to me a little bit like they got paid by Infinity Ward, or had to tweet that in exchange to play it. Finally, number 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The remastered version will have dedicated servers, but will not be available separate. And I just had to bring this in. This is a sentence from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered FAQ. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a full campaign and 10 multiplayer maps from the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Original Call of Duty 4. Original Call of Duty 4. Like, no, nostalgia doesn't work that way. Nobody goes, yeah, the 4th sequel, I've got some serious nostalgia jonesing going on for that one there then. Like, it's cool, but wouldn't it be nice if you could just release it for like $15, $20 for people who don't want Infinite Warfare, which is a couple people? A few, some of us. Well, that was an eventful May, right? I realized that some of this got a little messy, but at least it's not as messy as the presidential election, right? Let's talk more about all these stories in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and if you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every single day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you again next time, right here on gameranx.